so the light keeps like, and I know electricity, I know how it works, science, even though sometimes on these episodes I'm like, oh yeah, science, oops. Um,
Right.
but no, so okay. When,
Are we starting?
oh yeah, hi, welcome to My Cards Told Me
Hi, you
To.
guys.
Squirrel.
Welcome to My Cars Told Me To. All right, go
So,
ahead.
okay.
Talk about your electricity.
So in this house, all of my houses, because energy attracts energy, and I just beam with energy according to every fucking medium psychic and whoever. But anyway, this house in particular, um, it's like TVs will go on their own. Lights like switches, not just like the light, but like the switch will actually flip up on its own. Like, so like there's shit going on. There's activity going on. And so when we were packing, because as you all know, I'm moving, I was up in the attic on Friday. I had off of work for Juneteenth. And so I spent like 9 hours going through three fucking decades worth of shit. And I had my hair up in this cute little clip. It was like little olives or whatever. And I'm in like an attic that has like, like a peak. So I kept feeling like my hair was getting caught, my thing was getting caught on something. And then I would look up and I'm like, oh, the ceiling, like I can't even touch the ceiling, it's so high. And I'm like, and there's nothing like around me, like it's not a box or something that is getting caught on. And like and then I remember going, oh, I think someone's trying to get my attention. And as soon as I did that, it was like like a big jar like pulled my head back. And I was like, oh. And I was like, I don't like that. I need you to stop. And then it did. It didn't happen. Like it happened 5 or 6 times in like 2 hours. And then I was like, I don't want to be touched. Like, don't touch me. Because it's touched me before, whatever it is. It the light just went off on its own. So it's touched like, and there's a lot of activity in my bedroom. And when Brian and I first started like dating, even though we're married now, but when we first started dating, he told me that he was falling asleep the first night that he like actually slept here. He was falling asleep and he heard someone whisper in his ear, outsider. And that creeped me the fuck out because I'm like, yeah, this bedroom is like, there's a lot of heavy activity. Like, I'll leave for like an hour, go out into the other part of the house, whatever, clean and do whatever. And I'll come back and like the TV's on. And it's like my favorite show that you had to like get into an app, like a streaming app to do or whatever. It's like all this weird shit, like things will be moved and lights will be on and whatever.
Oh, your house doesn't want you to leave.
I know, and that's what I was saying the other day. I was like, I think it like whatever it is, I think realizes we're like leaving. Um, and so today I come in. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to, I got home from work today. I have those like Apple little pods, the speakers that you can like sync
Yeah.
up through your house. I have a couple in the rooms, like throughout the rooms. Only the kitchen one was on. And it was Alice in Chains, and one of my favorite Alice in Chains songs, Wood, was playing. And then my favorite Band of Horses song came on next. And I thought Liam was home because he's done with school. Or sorry, Big Beep. Their names. Whatever. He's 18, he's an adult. No one's kidnapping him. So So I thought he was here and I was like, what are you doing here? Like, hey. And so nothing, no one was replying. And so I like come in and I'm like, oh, it's Alice in Chains playing on the top of my fridge. Like, what the fuck? And I'm like, and so I have to have the music playing on my phone for that to happen or another device. And I go and I'm like, I look, nothing was playing on my phone. And I'm like, where is this coming from? So then I go back to the Apple Home. There's like an app.
Yeah.
So like I opened up Spotify, Apple, like all my music apps. Nothing was playing. So then I go to the home thing and it was playing from that. So it was my quote Apple Home
Yeah.
playing the music just from one speaker, not all of them, when they're all synced up. I'm like, what is happening? So I don't know. There's been a
Your
lot
house
going on.
doesn't want you to leave. You need to have a conversation with your house and tell them that you're leaving, and then ask them if there's something that they'd like you to take with them or with you
Uh,
to your new house.
why would I want to bring
Like,
that?
why wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know what the fuck the energy is. I know it hasn't been harmful when I've been here, but I don't know if I want it in my new
Okay, well then
house.
don't do that. Well then just say, we're leaving and I wish you the best. Bye. See
Bye.
you later. Yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
know that
So,
when we lived on Inwood, that house had some shit in it and we had the Airbnb
hmm
downstairs and it was just like I'm like, all right, whatever. And no one ever said anything. I mean, who's going to say your Airbnb is haunted in the review? 5 stars. This is great. Right. And we
Let's
had a
go.
friend come and stay for like an extended stay. We were like, oh, he's in between houses or whatever. And I go, hey, there's 2 bedrooms. And I go, but here's the thing is this one, weird shit happens in it. So you might want to pick the other one, but the other one's smaller, like whatever. And he had all his
Pick
dogs
your
from one.
poison.
So he's like, he goes, whatever, I'll just stay in there. And there was this big, I had made those big pieces of artwork with a shower curtain on the
Yeah, yeah,
frame,
yeah.
and it hung on the wall with a hook and a big piece of wire. So it wasn't like a just kind of thing. And he goes, I was sleeping. And he goes, and I woke up and he goes, I just saw this thing come up off the wall and land on me. Not heavy, not going to
Yeah.
do any damage, like a balsa wood frame. But he was just like, what the fuck? And he goes, so I leaned it against the wall and now I'm sleeping in the other room. And I'm like, I told you.
Told
Told you, dude.
you.
So I woke up yesterday morning and I haven't been real diligent about like cleansing my house as often as I should. You know, like I'll light some incense and I'd say good morning to my house, but I've been very busy and just kind of like going about my business. And I woke up yesterday and I'm like, okay, all of the leaves had fallen. And this happened one other time with this same plant, like completely green. And I tried to search what plant. I don't know where the plant came from. Somebody gave it to me. I have no idea. Don't know what kind of plant it is. Completely green leaves, not like the leaves died, but just like they're all off the plant. So it's just a stick, like these sticks, and all of these leaves just all over the ground. And I'm like, what the fuck? And flies all over the place. And I'm like,
Oh
okay, now
my
I know,
God.
did I overwater it or did the flies grow in the soil? Because that is a thing. I understand that. And
Yeah.
like whatever. But also I know that plants will absorb negative energy. And also a lot of flies, not so great. So
Hmm.
I'm like, not today. And I'm like pulling all the things. And so yesterday morning, I did a full deep cleanse my house, and everybody's gone now. So peace.
I
Yeah.
want to know where that came from then.
Well, I don't know. And it's like some like there's some practices that are just like maybe somebody put a hex on you, or maybe
Well,
somebody's
I
just
don't believe
sending
in
you
that.
bad juju, or maybe somebody's talking about you negatively, or maybe somebody really doesn't like, whatever. Could be any of those things. It also could be, like I've gotten a lot, like not cleaning my doorways as much with the Florida water that we talked about a couple episodes ago, not cleaning stuff up. I have gotten a lot of deliveries. I have had some friends over. There has been some heavy energy in the house that I didn't really like cleanse out. My couch could use a good cleansing. So, yeah, so did that and then went to the beach. And
Went
that
to
was
the
lovely.
beach for solstice.
Went to the beach for the solstice. So,
Oh,
yeah.
love it.
Okay.
Oh,
So, are we doing the planets first and then the
oh
cards?
my
You want the
gosh,
cards?
yes. What
Okay.
planet's in the microwave?
We are doing the Chiron transit. So Chiron just left Aries, where it's been since February of 2019. And there was like a brief, you always get like a brief, like little like preview of what it's going to look like. And then it'll go back to the sign it was in, and then it'll come back in full force. So like a 7-8 year cycle. So February, it's been in there since February of 2019, but there was a brief preview of it in 2018. So we're closing out a 7 or 8 year cycle. So kind of think back what was happening then. So when Chiron is in um, Aries, we're going to go back and forth between both notebooks. Okay. Chiron is the wounded healer. So you're going to see a lot of the same things no matter where it is. Does that make sense? Because it kind of
Yes.
has, that's the personality of it. Specifically when it's in Aries, it was a period of self-abandonment. It was a period of unchecked
Hmm,
anger and lashing out.
weird.
You So weird. You might have felt unable to be your authentic self, or you were shrinking yourself to fit in to suit others, or for the expectations of others, or to keep the peace, or whatever it is. So now you're closing out that cycle. So I just left. It went into Taurus June 19th, and it's going to be in Taurus until September 17th. So that's our preview. And then it goes back into Aries from September 17th until April 14th of 2027. So you're going to get a little bit of what was happening in that old cycle for a short little blip, and then it's coming back into Taurus and it's going to stay there until 2034. So pretty
So
much,
go
yeah.
ahead. No, go ahead. I think you're about to explain
Okay.
my question.
So pretty much you want to make sure that, so you're going to get a preview of what it's going to be like moving forward. Then it's going back to Aries for a little bit. So that's going to be a little bit of a remnant of what happened in the previous cycle. So get your shit together, because you don't want to take it with you. That's the thing, is you want to close it all out, and you don't want to take it with you into the new cycle. You want to learn your lesson. You want to learn
Okay.
what you can do differently, like things like that. What was your question?
I think you answered it. Well,
Okay.
because I'm like, you're just like, so the preview we're getting is
Yeah.
going to, what is that
Is
going
what
to
it's going
preview
to,
for
the
us?
preview we're getting is what we're going to get for the next 8 years.
Which is what though? I guess that was my
Okay.
question.
Well, that's what we're going to get
See?
into
Let's
next.
do this.
There it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Why are
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
arms so
Okay.
big?
They're not big.
But
Wacky
they're
waving.
so, no, they're
Okay.
just so,
So,
oh,
um,
sorry.
so you're fine. Woo! So Chiron's
Not
in
even
Taurus.
drinking.
Um, it's generally tied to money and finances when it's in Taurus. Um,
We like our things.
the bigger picture is it's tied to security. That comes up later. Okay. So you basically want to, and this is just an overview, and then I'm going to give you each sign. Then we're going to talk about that really quickly. So
Cool.
basically, you want to reconnect with your abilities to self-soothe and self-regulate without the need for outside soothing. And that's, do I need to earn more that will make me feel better about money? And I'm not saying you don't need money, but when you become hyper focused on the bigger
Yeah.
check,
Well, then it's like
that's
lack.
not right. Buying more, possessions, having things, owning things. Jen, stop buying shit. Um,
Oh, are you
and
reading me to filth right now?
and external validation. So these are all things that it will affect and you need to be aware of. So we're getting a preview of this. Then we're going back to what it was all about when it was in Aries, which was self abandonment and unchecked anger and not being your authentic self. So you don't want to jump into these behaviors where you're going to self soothe those things and not actually address them. There's your therapy connection. Um, so basically, what you want to do is you want to look at whatever wounds or old patterns you have that makes you lose your ability to instinctively self soothe and find security in yourself without needing new things. Or, and I'm not saying, oh, well, don't ask for the raise because whatever, always ask for the raise. You should get what you deserve,
Yeah.
but don't be hyper focused on it. And then that becomes your value. Like you're like, oh, I didn't get the raise, so I'm not worth as much, which is where the problem is. You kind of have to find a balance in there.
Yeah.
Um, and then you want to work with this transit and the mindset that you make all of your decisions regarding your job, your relationships, and anything that is coming in with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, like again with the check, like, oh, of course you deserve the raise, but you don't have less value if you don't get it. We all need money to survive and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But, you don't need, how many pairs of shoes do I own? Is my car really shiny and new, like that kind of thing. So that's not
Also,
great.
speaking of shoes really quick, when I was clearing out the
Buy new
attic,
shoes.
no,
Yeah.
there was a box of stripper shoes that you gave me from a very long time ago from your from your costume closet when you moved back to
Yeah.
California. And Brian's like, I have never seen you wear this. What is this? And I
Nope.
was like, oh, those are cupcakes. And
Yeah.
I
Those are
thought
my
I'd
stripper
wear
shoes.
them, and I did not. I just moved them from one house to another, and now I have to
Right. I mean,
donate them.
well, okay. So,
Sorry.
okay. So, no, you're good. So, okay. So, just real super briefly, this transit will expose real deep insecurities regarding finances, self esteem, and your overall sense of stability. So, you want to like recognize that and go, oh, okay,
Okay.
what can I work on instead of grabbing those things and turning them into a negative. Um, And then June 30th to July 26th, Jupiter's in Leo. Jupiter in Leo, and Leo's like the look at me, and I always
Razzle dazzle.
remember that because when I was first learning horoscope stuff, it was like, okay, Leo has really like a big mane, like a big hair, right? And it's always
Yeah.
just like, ta, look at me, right? So Jupiter will be in Leo from the end of June until the end of July, and this is like a desire to be seen. You want to live large, and those two things are going to push against each other. So you want to live big, but you also have imposter syndrome. You want the raise, but you don't know if you're worthy. So it's going to be a lot of this, and you just be aware. I mean, it's not horrible. It's only horrible if you do it wrong. Don't do it wrong.
Don't do it.
Okay, so the core themes of Chiron and Taurus are self-worth and value, which can be tied to your bank account, tied to your material possessions, tied to your physical appearance, and tied to how you think other people see you.
I feel
So
attacked.
sorry, you'll be fine. It's the perfect time to adopt like new wellness habits, new wellness practices. Go for walks, find ways to ground yourself, start journaling, eat better, but you need to be doing it for you. Like not like, oh, I need to lose 5 pounds because a b like I want
Yeah.
other people to think that I look great. I'm going to eat better because I want to impress the vegans that I'm going to dinner with or whatever it is you're doing. Like just absolutely like not that thing.
The
And then instead of
vegans I'm
quick fix,
going to dinner with. Sorry.
I don't know, I can't think of anybody that like I'm ordering a steak, but anyway. And so instead of quick fixes to alleviate your discomfort, um like food or booze or sweet treats or outside validations, you need to point that energy inward to establish new routines that are going to make yourself feel better to feel better. And then you're going to build up your self worth. And then you won't need outside validation because you're going to realize that you are already worth what you're worth, regardless if somebody comes by and tells you how fucking awesome you are.
Can we make a shirt that says I'm ordering a steak? I'm ordering a steak.
I'm ordering a steak. That's this week's. I'm right in. Write that shit on a leaf.
Juggle your own chainsaw. Oh my God, I hate us. We are gonna
I love this.
listen. We need to start writing this shit down.
I did. I
Each
have them written down.
episode. All
Yeah,
right.
I have them written down.
I'm ordering a steak as this week's episode. It's like Pee-wee's Playhouse. Whenever you say a word, you all
I'm
scream.
ordering a steak. Okay. All right. All right, we're gonna go through each sign. And again, they're all gonna be kind of the same theme. Um, I don't feel attacked. And I got everybody on here this week. I didn't leave anybody out. Okay, so Aries, you're going to have former triggers of financial security, which may make your make you feel like your foundation is unstable. You need to find a balance in recognizing that you need money to live, but your worth is not defined on what you own. So don't like go, I'm better than this job and then quit and not have any income. And although that is a really good mindset, um, you're not defined by the things that you own or the fancy things that you can show off or look at, whatever. You just have to find a good balance. Taurus,
Oh,
looking at you, Jen. This is a perfect opportunity to lean into new growth. Notice your heightened moods and your elevated frequency and your heightened moods and your elevated frequency. But remember to not attach those feelings solely to outsources and realize that it's coming from within you, not what you are receiving from other people or possessions.
okay. I like
Okay.
that. I
All
like
right.
that. I'll deal
Okay.
with it.
Pass. Gemini.
I'm gonna go
um,
those buzzers from
I know,
Buzzword.
right? Gemini, learn to meditate, sit with yourself, and regulate your own nervous system to calm your emotions. Find a support group, maybe start therapy, or start relying on a new group of friends, but be cautious of sharing
Maybe.
too much. What?
I said maybe start therapy. Bitch, you're a Gemini. Get into therapy if you're not in fucking therapy.
Well, Um, you might need refuge from close family, or wherever these strong emotions are coming from, and don't try to navigate this by yourself. This is a this too shall pass kind of situation.
Yeah.
Cancer, you might feel like an outsider as you are trying to build new connections at a job or with a new group of friends.
What
You
is
will find your
happening
tribe.
over there?
That's Mr. Debs.
Okay. I was like, is that Dibs? Is he okay? Is he die? Is this it?
He has
Did
a
he die?
no, he has a collapsing trachea, so he's on an
Oh,
inhaler.
oh,
Um, but he sounds like that when he wakes up. He'll be
Dibsy.
fine.
Okay. Sorry
Yeah,
to
he's very
interrupt.
old.
Go on.
It's okay. Every day is a brand new day over here. Um, okay, where were we? Cancer. You might feel like an outsider as you are trying to build new connections at a new job or with a new group of friends. You will find your tribe. Don't force it. Time is an illusion. Don't jump into a new friend group and then immediately be like, everything. You know.
We know those bitches.
Huh. I don't.
Shall we name names? Just kidding.
No. Okay.
I was
Leo.
kidding.
Leo, your tendency to overwork is directly related to how much merit or accolades you get from your job. This could be home as well if you are the mental load person, or if you are a stay-at-home mom or dad or person, or you work from home or whatever. So it might not necessarily be going to your job, but you might be overgiving or overworking at home because you feel like you want that it has merit. Slow down. You need to find a balance between work, home, and joy, and you need to access your throat chakra and say words instead of waiting for people to tell you good job. It's okay to tell people that you feel underappreciated
I like
instead
that.
of instead of working harder to get it. Just it's okay to say, hey, thing. Virgo, me.
Thing.
Me, me. Your former perspectives and ideals are not aligning with your current state of being. Lean into the new and sometimes very uncomfortable shifts you are feeling as the transformation on the backside is huge.
I love that. It's actually
I
pretty
a-
accurate.
attacked myself, is what happened.
But like that's
Okay,
a good
Libra.
attack.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Libra, you are extremely relationship oriented, but need to work on being attentive to others' needs and not focus as much on their flaws. This will help you gain clarity on what actually matters and perhaps change the dynamic of your current or possibly new relationship. So, like, don't want to be in a relationship so badly that, but you're gonna
Except
like
bullshit.
relationship, but you're not, but you're gonna like relationship hop. Like that person isn't their flaws are terrible. I need this, and just slow it down. Mr. Dibbs is coming over there. Hello, Scorpio. You seem to be attracting others that need extra attention and you're ignoring your own issues. Be mindful of pouring from an empty cup and make sure that people are giving back to you at the same level that you are giving out.
Okay.
So,
I like that.
yeah, great. I mean, honestly, these are good tips for everybody.
Hmm.
Sagittarius. Pushing yourself to the limit is completely unsustainable and will hinder you reaching your goals. You're not a superhero. It's okay to rest. Start delegating responsibilities and put aside your pride and ask for help when needed. Capricorn, lean into your inner child and refocus some of your workaholic energies. Find a balance as burnout can happen without warning. And I can't read this last sentence. As burnout can
Crabby.
happen without warning. Aquarius, celebrate your uniqueness and resist the urge to shrink for anybody. Understand that your individuality and perspective is a gift and you don't need to fit into a box to thrive. Okay, now having said all of that, your rising sign, which is like your sign, what's your sign? Um, sorry, your rising sign is almost more important than your actual sign. So, like, I'm a Virgo. My rising sign is also Virgo. but you need your, so you can find your rising sign. You can just go to the Google machine or whatever search engine you would like to use, and you just put in ascendant or rising sign, and you will need your complete birth date, your exact time, and your birth city, and you will get what your ascendant sign is. And then usually your ascendant sign is what has more traits when you read like a horoscope or whatever, or you can look
Okay.
at both and kind of combine them. um, and then also there's some really good resources on the onlines. I didn't know what the rules were with promoting that, so I don't, so but you
Yeah.
can Google it and find some. You can get your whole chart done on there. The thing with that though is they don't really tell you how to read it; they just give it to you.
Yeah.
Um, we will, moving forward, I'll do like a PowerPoint on how to read the chart. Do
I'm
like a
like, aren't
dry,
you the one that just said you don't know anything about technology? This is gonna be fucking great.
not a PowerPoint. It's going to be a dry erase board and my finger, which I just realized I'm missing a nail. So we're just going to, oh, both
Did you
hands are
find it?
terrible today. No, both hands are terrible today. I just didn't even bother. Okay. All
Listen,
right.
I'm
So
gonna cut
there
off
we
t-shirt,
are.
okay? I say I'm gonna fucking cut off t-shirt right now. It's fine.
Good. All right. I'm just, okay. So there we is.
There he is.
Um,
Oh, am I doing a tarot poll?
you are two girls, one deck. I didn't
Come
miss a
on
page.
down. What'd you say?
Get in there. I didn't miss a page this week or anything. All
Oh,
right.
I love that for you. All right.
Thanks.
So we're doing where we are doing Chiron transit. Okay. So with this being the wounded healer, right? That's the asteroid. Love it. I love that it's an asteroid. I know we were like, what planet's in the microwave, but like anything cosmic. Anyway, I digress. It's like about where we're carrying deep-seated vulnerabilities and how we turn those raw spots into like our greatest superpowers, right? So transmutation. Looking back, like we were talking about that like preview window and that then
Right.
that like 2019 to 2020 cycle, right? So looking back at like 2018 to 2020 cycle, there's like massive, heavy astrological landslide going on. And so, with reflecting on how far you've come since like that specific window, like has like happened is like kind of a perfect way to like close out this door on like old patterns and kind of like see, like
Mhm.
what have you gained from that? Like, what wisdom are you carrying forward? Right. So, I am doing a four card pull today.
All right.
And if that's all right with y'all.
Love it.
All right. Well, coming out hot and heavy. So we got 10 of Wands in the reverse for card one, which is kind of like that window of like 2018 to 2020, like the root, like what was crumbling, what's breaking open, what was being cleared out during that time period, right?
That was COVID. Well, that's COVID
Hmm.
started at the end.
Yeah.
So,
The Hierophant in reverse for our second card, which is like the current pivot point. So like where are you standing right now in relation to that old wound? Or that like period of time, right? Because maybe it's a fucking thousand dagger wounds. Ooh, 10 of cups in reverse for the Chiron medicine. So like, what is the transit trying to teach you? How do you reclaim your power from the very place that like you were broken open? And then last card out, and then we'll go from there. Ooh, the sun and the upright, cycle closed and integration. So, like, what's the final
love it.
takeaways we're walking through this door? Like, what wisdom are we going to keep? And I love that it's the fucking sun. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. So, 10 of Wands, right? 10 of anything's closing of a cycle. Wands being that manifestation, creation, and like house of faith. So, it's passion, purpose, creativity, joy. It's like tapped into that fire energy. So we're kind of looking on like shining light on the core vulnerability or like structural shifts that have kind of like defined this specific era of like that 2018 to 2020 window for you. So like it's the origin story of like the cycle that's starting to end right now, right? And so when we've got this 10 of Wands in reverse, I fucking love that because it's saying like we're finally like realizing like we've been trudging along this whole time with all of this big bundle of wands, right? Like if you think about the Rider-Waite deck imagery, it's like that dude who you can kind of see his back a little bit, he's got like his back kind of shifted towards you and he's got this huge bundle of wands and it looks like he's just struggling to like carry them. And with this being in reverse, it's like, oh wait, I can set this shit down. Right? Like I don't need to take all of this with me. It's like a realization of like, oh no, some things really do just need to stay in the fucking past, and that's okay to like shed that and like let it go, right? So we've got our the second card, which is a Hierophant in reverse, and that's like, what are we standing? Where are we standing right now in like relation to this like old wound? So like not knowing so I guess the wound would be not realizing that we didn't have to take all of this with us. Also, what I'm hearing right now, hold on, I'm totally kind of go back to that first card. So one of the things that I'm really hearing wound wise, so whoever this is for in the collective, part of the like holding on to all that shit, a lot of that shit wasn't yours to carry in the first place, is actually what I'm
Yeah.
hearing. It wasn't yours to carry in the first place. And you're starting to realize that now. You're like, oh, wait, that had nothing to do with me. That was that person's, that was that person's, and that was that person's. And I took all of that on and I made it mine. So, and I mean, that in itself is its its own fucking baggage, right? Like taking on other
Yeah.
people's shit and then allowing that to take over your life. So now with this second card, the Hierophant being in reverse, right? It's like we're looking, look for how your relationship to like this past pain or like carrying of all these burdens has changed, right? This card often reveals a choice where you're like making, reveals a choice that you're making right now to stop like reacting from that old survival mode and like let's act from like a place of like sovereignty right now. So then like we've got the Hierophant in reverse for that, and it's the teacher, leader, mentor card when it's in the upright. And I'm hearing like the resistance to that right now is open mind, open heart. It's like be teachable, look at the lessons, don't shy away from the lessons. Take it like this is right now, this is all about analyzing, right? This is all about like, what the fuck have I learned and what am I going to do about it? Right. And so this Hierophant card is so perfect for that. I absolutely love it. And when we're looking at like what choices am I making right now to drop that bad habit or drop that, fix that wound or
Yeah.
whatever, it's like, oh, I am ready to start swallowing hard pills. I'm ready to look at myself. It's like right now, the image that I'm seeing in my head is someone looking in a mirror, but there's no reflection. And it's not that you're a vampire. It's just saying, like, I've been so scared to actually see myself for myself. And again, I talk about that duality of light and dark within us all the time, right? And it's like when we can shine light on our darks, when we can love our dark as much as we love our light, like that's where we want to be. And I think this is kind of just screaming, like, we're ready to do that. We're ready to start like opening our heart to really truly seeing, like, okay, yeah, maybe I was a shitty person back in 2018 or 2019. I made some really shitty decisions, but like, am I that person now? And maybe
Right.
you are, right? But you have to fucking face it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it, but at some point, you got to accept that that's the
Well,
reality for
that's
you to
the
be able to
thing
change
is
it.
it's like people do like shadow work and they're like, "Oh, I have to heal from my shadow." And I'm like, "No, you don't. You need to figure out a way to love your shadow and incorporate that into your life
Yeah.
because you're that it's going to be there.
I was just gonna say, it's
You know,
never gonna like go away. It's
it's
always
not going
going
to
to be
leave.
there. Yeah.
You just have to be like, all right, well, this is my shitty friend that gets drunk every weekend, but I love him and I'm going to drag him around with me and I'm not going to make excuses for him anymore or whatever, like, but you really have to learn how to like, you have to love the shadow bits of yourself because some of the shadow bits of yourself you still kind of need.
Yeah. And but
Okay?
and, right? But and with that, yeah, no, I agree with that. But and it's like when you can realize the reality of something, when you can see something for what it really is, then you can make true, real choices on how you want to move forward, right? And so if you're
Right.
like, I've been ignoring this part of me that I know likes to come up every now and again, or I know that like when I'm in relationships, I become an avoidant, even though I try really hard every single time not to, but then I do this thing where I run or whatever. It's like, oh no, when I can really truly accept it and stop avoiding my avoidance, when I can truly accept it, I can start to change it, right? It's just a choice at this point, and it becomes way less scary when you can objectify fear, when you can
Right.
objectify, you know, the shadow, I guess. So then we're moving into our third card, which is like the Chiron medicine. So, what is this transit trying to teach you, right? So, how do you reclaim your power from the very place where you were broken open? So, this is kind of like the practical magic card. It shows like the kind of shadow work or perspective shift that you need, that to actively embody like what is it that's left that I do? What's the work that's left that I need? And we have this 10 of cups, but it's in reverse, right? And 10 of cups, I love again, we got two tens here, 10 of wands, and 1010 is one of my favorite angel numbers, even though it's not one that comes up for me personally whenever angel numbers are like coming into play for me. But I do love 10 because it breaks down to one, which is a new beginning, planting new seeds, right? And so with 10 of Cups, Cups being that house of love with ourselves and those around us in relationship to, ourselves and those around us, it's like intuition, your relationship with divine and your higher self. It's like this is whatever your quote energetic perfect happy ending is, right? And the Rider Waite, it's like a big rainbow, all these cups, it's like the back of like a family. They're all standing in a line, kind of looking up, and they're just like so grateful for all the blessings that they have and all the hard work they've put in, energetically and otherwise. And with this being in the reverse, it's like, how do you get this happy ending if you still aren't able to look at yourself, right? So going back to that shying away from yourself and not truly doing the shadow work. So with this, it's like the energy's here, the energy's on the table. It's like we've got this happy ending just waiting to be handed to us, but like the resistance is you, your
Right.
inability or your fear, right? To look at yourself fully. It's like, I just keep coming back to whoever this is for. It's like you're having a really big identity situation right now. I think really what's going on in this, like I said, these collective pulls, it's like a take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And it's collective, right? So it's not for one specific person. It's kind of like for a group of
Right.
people, I guess. But like the vibe that I'm getting from this and from like some of the things that I keep hearing, like words like shadow work and stuff like that, it's like someone who's super afraid to just accept themselves fully and wholly for all the shit that they've done, all the good, all the bad, all the otherwise. And it's like because of all the things that have been ingrained in them from, and I keep doing this, like, so if you can't see us because you're just listening, it's like I keep like pulling things from all around me. It's like, was it societal norms? Was it cultural, religious stuff? Was it my parents? Was it my friend group? Was it whatever, right? What shaped you for so long? And especially in that window of time, that 2018 to 2020 window, what shaped you to where you can't really look at yourself? You don't want to look at yourself. And we're
Right.
getting to a point where it's like, if you knew what was on the other side of being able to just do that, you'd be fucking running. But then that's faith, right? That's believe to see, not see to believe. So the whole point is the door is being knocked on. Are you going to fucking open it? You know? And then we've got the cycle closed and integrated as our fourth spot. What's your final takeaway, as you walk through? Oh, that's so funny that I was just talking about the doorway. So you open the door, right? You heard it being knocked on, so you finally decided to open it. So it's like, what are we taking with us, right? So again, which is so funny, we've got the very first card being the 10 of Wands, and like we're finally decide like realizing that we can decide what we take with us on this journey and what we leave behind. And this is like, well, what do you want to take with you and what do you want to leave behind, right? So this is almost like a world card, if you will, like this spot. It's like the completion, the big cycle ending, and it's showing this upgraded version of you that would emerge, if we're going to close out this karmic loop from this specific period. And it's the sun. And like I was just saying, it's like that faith of understanding that bigger and better is coming. And to be able to get to that other side of that door, opening that door and walking through it, it's like if you knew, I just keep hearing, if you knew what was on the other side, you'd be like the Kool-Aid man, just fucking running through the wall. And you're like, I'm here, right? The sun is like so much like positivity. It's the best possible outcome coming your way. When you think about the sun hitting your skin, it's warm and it's inviting and it's comforting. I think about being, that art therapy part of me is color. I think about the colors of the sun, those yellows and reds and oranges. And, a lot of times they can be anger or the other part, right? So there's that duality, light and dark. It's warm and it's inviting and it's comforting and it's love, right? And I think it's so funny that we have the 10 of Wands and we have the sun, and it's like both of these are bookending saying, what do you want to fucking leave behind and what do you want to take with you? So I mean,
Right.
big themes for me from what I'm hearing is take a good long hard look at yourself from the last that like time period, like what were some of the things that you were like maybe ashamed of or embarrassed of or whatever, and just say give yourself fucking grace. Just give yourself some grace and just say, well, what did I learn from that? Did I change? And if I didn't, well, okay, there's no sands of time running out right now. Like I have time to just do what I need to do to change. So what does that look like? Who do I want to grow into, right?
Right.
So for me, it's like, what do you want to do? What are you doing here? Shit or get off the pot. So
All
that's all I
right.
got.
I
That's
love
all
it.
I
How come I
got.
can't see your cards this week?
Oh, here, let me show you.
They're so pretty.
Yeah, I didn't really hold them up. So 10 of Wands. So
Yep.
again, this is the Kalmora, so like Calmoura. They're like $60, but this is my fourth generation because like oh, I love this. Look at how pretty this is. Um this is the fourth generation because I use them so much over the last couple of years that like all the gold foil on like the edges and shit like wears
Oh,
off.
yeah.
What I love about the Ten of Cups too, and I didn't realize this until a client told me. So like, you've got this really big cup in the middle and it's overflowing into all these little cups, like, around it. There's people
Yes.
in there. There's people chilling
Oh,
in there like it's a fucking hot tub and they're partying in
it is.
there.
It's the 10 of hot tubs.
I was like, oh, but then I really love this sun card because this person is sitting on this unicorn with like a tutu made out of clouds. It's got like some kind of weird fun. I don't know.
They're
It's
at a
just like
rave.
they're at a rave. They are very much at a
They're at a
rave.
rave.
Yeah, there's just like light bursting out of everything, flags waving. It's really cool. I don't know. I love this deck. I always get very much English. I get a lot of compliments on this deck for how beautiful it is, and I'm like, well, it's not like I created it, but yeah, it's gorgeous. I
Oh,
love it. Can I
does it
pull
though?
actually an oracle? I would like to pull an
Yeah, do
oracle.
it. I love it.
Oracle for 200, Alex. Um, since we're talking about astrology stuff, I'm gonna go, no, no, we're not. I'm gonna do Alexis Rakin. So she's this incredible artist that I've been following for years. And then I found that she had an oracle deck. And I was like, oh my fucking God. So it's called Magical Spirit Oracle. It's the brilliance of you. So Alexis Rakin. And this is one of my favorite decks. And again, gold foil. I have a thing for gold foil, but um,
It's pretty.
as most of you know, I get a lot of my like my decks because of the artwork. And oh,
You hear
the
Mr.
card
Gibbs?
I
I'm
pull
so
is
sorry.
the Servant Queen, divine, magnetic, valuable. You are worthy of beautiful things. And look at that artwork. It is so stunning. It's very
Oh,
like
so pretty.
vibey. It's retro-y. Oh, the number three at the top, right? We love a good three for abundance. But yeah, this is like such a really cool vibe. This actually goes with like our vibe, that like retro-y kind of fun. Come
Love
on.
it.
All right, pardon my reading. I'm gonna have to read to you guys. I am worthy of the most beautiful things. Okay, I just read the first sentence. All right. If this isn't a signier fucking sign for what we were just talking about, you are blocking your blessings by believing you don't deserve them. You do. Recognize your patterns of self-sabotage and examine the choices you have been repeating. Weird, Chiron. We enact and accept what we believe we are worthy of. Raise your
Look at
standards.
you,
You're meant for better.
Chiron.
It doesn't matter what you've been through, where you come from, rich or poor, healthy or unhealthy circumstances, or what others may think of you or tell you. It doesn't matter how others have put you down. You're still worthy. You are a valuable soul and someone who seeks to find, my God, I just lost my train of thought. You are a valuable soul and someone who seeks to find the magic of this world. And those who seek are the ones who find. Just like the story of Cinderella, who was made to believe she was worthless and a servant to her family, only to be visited by a fairy godmother who offered her blessings and magic if she was willing to believe she was worthy of them. All she had to do was accept them, and she would go on to live a life of royalty, beauty, and abundance. She was always meant to be a queen. It's okay if you also forgot that you are magic, but it's time to remember again. Come home. Spirit can only give us what we believe we are worthy of. So expect excellence, speak it into existence, summon miracles. Will you accept the blessings that you're being offered? This is a potent time for magic in your life. Your fairy godmother is here now. Your guides, ancestors, and angels are listening. Let them assist you. Did I not just say ask and you shall? Oh, I did not say that. Actually, that was the reading literally right before we started this podcast. I've been having readings before these podcast recordings, and I kept saying to her, I keep hearing the phrase ask and you shall receive, ask and you shall receive. And like, this is like screaming, ask and you shall receive because you're fucking
Love it.
worthy. You are so worthy of this. Like whatever it is you believe you're worthy of. So when you understand that concept, that your words, your thoughts, like, right, like that all has power, what you truly, truly believe is what's going to be given to you. The universe isn't playing games, it's literal. So when you're asking for shit, it's going to give you shit. When you're thinking your shit, it's going to
Well,
give
you
you
already
shit.
have everything. It's just you
Hmm.
can't see it yet is the thing.
Go on.
So we go on. Tell everybody that they already own everything. Yeah.
Mm. Go
So
back
I
to the
mean,
Birkin bag
oh yeah, that
from
was two
episode one
episodes ago. Okay, it was a Birkin bag, which is so weird
that we
because that's
chose that.
not even my style or my get down, but I was gonna pick that thing. Like everybody else wants that thing. I don't know.
No, I guess like for me, this is really just about like know your worth, act accordingly,
Right,
you know? Like, and what we were talking about when you were explaining this whole Chiron being in transit, it's like yes, like there's a lot of lack around like financial stability and all of that, but really all of that comes from lack within, period, point blank. You know
right.
what I mean? So those belief patterns, those belief systems all come from what's inside. And it just, whether it's money or love or whatever, like worth is worth, right? And you're going to act accordingly. You're going to call in accordingly. So why would
What
you
I was
put,
used to say, I'm like, stop going shopping and spending money you don't have to buy things you don't need to impress people that you don't even know.
fucking
You
Mr.
know,
Dibs? I'm so sorry, Dibs. These olives
you
are so
know.
good.
What are you eating?
Olives, they're
Olives,
so good. Hmm.
olives,
They're like the crunchy, they're
like
the
the hard ones, the
Castellavecchano olives. Yeah.
good ones. Yeah,
They're so fucking good. Wegmans is the best everything. Ugh, I love it. Can you hear
Wegmans.
me crunching?
All right. No, who
You can't hear
cares?
that. No, but can you
No,
hear it? Because I don't want to eat on
no,
camera then. Okay. No, I'm just fucking
no.
asking. I'm just asking.
Fucking asking.
I'm just fucking
All right.
asking.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, you're back. Hi.
Yes. Hi, we're back. We're making a money ball. Um,
Yay! I gotta eat
very
olives.
excited. But Mr. Dibs is taken care of. Okay, so you guys, this is we're gonna make a money. Look at my zoom in on my face here. Okay, all my ingredients. Um, this is my money ball. Um, I hadn't cleaned it in a while, so I'm like, I'll just build a new one today. Um, a lot of people are like, use glass, use green glass, use citrine colored glass. Um, I use wood. It's fine. You can use whatever bowl calls to you. It makes you the happiest. Um, okay, so you want to start with a base, oops, of either rice or sea salt. So we're going to use rice. And here we go. Well, usually I just, like just put it together and I'm like, oh, I guess I have to tell you what I'm doing. So here we go. Okay, so we're gonna put rice on the bottom, and rice is for luck. Just a bunch. I like to put enough that you can like, because you're gonna put actual money in here, and you can like put stuff, and there's enough rice in there where it'll kind of stand up, so everything isn't just sitting on the bottom of the bowl. Personal choice. Don't have to do that. I just like it when it's like that. Okay, and then I'm also gonna put in some sea salt with the rice. It grounds your energy and it clears out negativity. So got a mix in there. I'm gonna go clockwise because we are bringing it in. Okay. And then I like to add coffee to speed up the process, speed that shit up. I want money now.
I want money.
I want it now. So I put some coffee in there. Again, you can
What happens
mix
if,
that.
like, when you drink coffee, like in, I was gonna say in real life, what happens when you drink coffee and it makes you super jittery and crazy and you do spells with it? Does it make you super jittery and crazy?
No,
Like your
that's a
energy?
personal problem. Stop drinking so much coffee.
I
Oh, you
don't
mean if
drink
you've
coffee.
had a bunch of coffee to drink and then you're doing
No,
spells and you're
no,
all
I'm just
and you
saying
have
I
nervous
can't drink.
energy?
No, I can't drink coffee because it makes me so fucking nuts. Like I'm like,
Right.
ugh.
So was the question, if you drank a bunch of coffee and you're all jittery, is it going to make your spell jittery, or were
No,
you
is it just
asking for
gonna like
permission?
is your energy then gonna just be all fucking crazy if like you're using
Not
coffee in it?
really, because it's your physical, it's not really your energy, it's your physical
Okay.
body
I was
going slow
wondering.
down. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh shit.
And put in cinnamon. Again, I have sticks. I like using sticks for this. You can use ground, whatever you have on hand
Love
is
it.
fine. So we have the bowl with the stuff. I'm gonna put the cinnamon sticks in here. That's for wealth. We're gonna put in some basil. I only had dried, so we're gonna put that in there. Leaf, basil leaf. Again, you can use, if you have just ground basil that you use for your cooking, you can use that. Put that in there. That's for prosperity. And then we're gonna use some cloves for protection. I put cloves in everything.
I was gonna say, I was literally just gonna say, you put cloves in everything.
I put cloves in everything. Okay. Um, and then you want to put in, there's some rosemary. I still need to go buy another bush.
I'm like, is this the dead rosemary?
No, I went and took this off the path. Put some rosemary in there. It doesn't look any less dead because it's been sitting here, but so yeah, I went down. There's rosemary bushes all over the path. They're starting to bloom. It's very pretty. Okay.
I
So
love
put
that.
that in there. Okay. And then you can write down either on a basil leaf or on a little piece of paper what you, if you have a specific for the money bowl. I don't do that. I just put the bay leaves in here.
Oh, so there's more writing on
Um,
leaves.
write that shit on a leaf.
Write that
Um,
shit out of
so you
leaf.
can. So you can write down your intentions or your goals on a bay leaf, or you can write it on a piece of paper and put it in there. I don't write anything down in here because my bowl knows its job. And I don't want to be too specific. If there is something I'm trying to be specific about, I will, but for the most part, I feel like the bowl knows what it's supposed to do.
Hmm.
So I don't. We put those in there
I love that for you.
around the edge. Thanks. Everybody has a job. Just do your job.
Used to say that in practice.
Everybody has a job. Just do your job.
Just do your job.
Okay, what are we doing? Skate faster, suck less.
Oh my God. People always ask me, what was Renegade? I'm like, it was like skate fast. What did I say? I'm like, there's kind of like a tagline to it. It was like skate hard, skate fast, suck less.
Yeah, skate faster, suck less. Um, okay, so you want to put actual money in your money bowl. This is like a living, breathing, active deal. So you're going to put money in here, but you're also going to take money out of here. And taking money out isn't having less money; it's keeping it flowing. Like, you don't want it to get stagnant
Well,
because
energy
you want to,
exchange.
right. You want to put money in to represent that you're coming from um, a place of having, not a place of lack. But if you just leave it in
Abundance.
there, then you're, thank you. I couldn't remember the word. Um, if you just put it in there and leave it in there, it's almost signifying that you're just happy with what you have, which is fine. You can be happy with what you have. You can be grateful for what you have, but also would like to have more. So put some monies in here and put some coins in here as well. And then I have this guy, which a friend gave me, and it's two Asian coins that are all, it's for abundance, and they're all woven together. Look at my shitty nail. They're
Dude,
all
two
woven
or is that
together.
three?
It's three.
Oh, I thought you said two. I was like, what?
No, it's three, and then they're all kind of wrapped together with a little red ribbon. I have one in my wallet as well. So this sits in my bowl. Be mindful of the ribbon because there is going to go a candle in here. And then I have And then I have this little frog that a friend of mine gave me for luck. So you can put any charms or trinkets in here that mean something to you, that are for luck, that are for, oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't cleanse the bowl before I did it. It's okay. You
The
should,
intention
this,
was there.
well, this is that I don't always cleanse it between redoing it because it's what it's always for, but you should. If you don't, that's okay. You're not going to ruin it, is all I'm saying. Okay. So this is what mine looks like. It's all in there. And then put a candle. Now I have a little metal cup that I put in here, and then I put the candle in it because I light it and then I abandon it, which you're not supposed to leave. Do not leave candles burning in your home while
Hmm.
you're not in your home. That's not
Practice
a very
safe
good
fire
idea.
usage.
Right. That's not a good idea. But I sometimes forget. So I have a metal flame proof little cup that I drop the candle into the bottom of it and it goes in there. You can use a shot glass. So then that guy goes in there and then we just light him. Usually I like to use matches and not a lighter, but we're going to use a lighter because it's handy. And there we go. And then you light it, candle in there. Okay. So we talked about it being active and you want to keep it in motion. You want to clean your bowl every once in a while. You can also add citrine. I don't have either of these. I went and looked in my pile of rocks. I do not have either one. So you can add citrine if you have a citrine crystal for wealth, or pyrite, which is fool's gold, and you can add that. That attracts like financial windfalls, which is great. If you don't have them, also fine. Again, it's another one of those. This is personal to you. Some people like to put dried flowers in there if they like the dried flowers, and then put it someplace. If you have an altar, put it there. If you don't have an altar, put it someplace important. You can put it by your front door. You can put it, just
I was
someplace
going
that's
to say like a
important.
doorway, right? Like
Yeah,
bringing it in.
someplace that's important, that you're going to walk past it pretty regularly. Um, and there you go. So there he is. Look how pretty.
Don't set your money
And
on
then
fire.
yeah,
You were tilting it.
and then no, I was trying to show you. All
I know, but
right, fire safety. So there we go. We'll just put that guy right there.
fire safety.
Fire safety. Follow me for more tips.
Fire Marshal Bill is the only thing I can think of right now.
God, it's so funny. I guess it turns out that there will be show notes this week, so all of this will be in the show notes.
Yeah,
And
we've
pretty
graduated on
exciting.
Spotify.
We graduated to having show notes, so that's exciting. So this will
Hmm.
all be in the show notes. Um, make a new one if you feel so inclined to make a new one every week if you feel like it. If there's something specific you're looking for, you can do it for that too. Again, we're not trying to make it. It's not rigid. Don't believe the hype that it needs to be a very certain way for things to be for it to work.
Well, what do I
It's
always
all
say?
about it.
This is your practice is unique to you, right? So
Yeah.
whatever. Sorry, I'm
Just
eating.
be careful. Like, don't start doing baneful shit because you read it on the interwebs or you saw somebody do a
Be smart.
right. Like, you don't do a whatever. Anyway,
Don't do stupid
it's fine.
shit.
Don't do stupid shit. Don't do baneful magic. And I'm not saying don't, because like for everybody, but don't start out with like, oh, I just learned how to make a money bowl and now I'm going to go on the interwebs and learn how to do a cord cutting for other people that don't consent. Absolutely not. Do not do that. So
Yeah.
um
So here we
there we
are.
go. And we're only doing positive stuff on here anyway, so if you're don't hang out and lurk and wait for us to have some crazy spell.
I don't fuck with that shit. Sorry.
No,
Do not.
no.
Do fucking not.
Yes.
Um, hey, you want to do some deck around and find out?
Yeah, I
So,
do. What have we got?
this, so I was having a conversation with a client, and then it turned into like, hey, wait a minute, you guys do fun questions now. And I was like, yeah. So, I got permission. They're going to remain anonymous, but I got permission, um, to use like kind of what we were talking about. And I said, okay, well, DM me and send, or like send me like a message with like, whatever. So Anonymous wrote, let me pull it up. Don't want to lie. Hey, Jen and Cupcake. I'm currently at a massive crossroad. I'm at the end of my maternity leave, and the thought of going back to my corporate director job makes me physically sick. It just completely misaligns with who I am now. Before getting pregnant, I was building a photography business on the side, and my deepest dream is to go all in on that. But I'm super terrified. Terrified. I feel this immense guilt and anxiety about choosing myself and leaving a stable paycheck behind. So, how do I navigate this fear, and how do I know if I'm doing the right thing? Oh, I fucking love this. And funny story, I'm actually going to do a reading for her in regard to this after we're done with this podcast. So,
All right.
love that. She's like, you want to pull some cards later for that? And I was like, absolutely, I do. I'll
Um,
let you go first this time.
okay. So, from a very practical Virgo sense, first, just first, um, make sure you are prepared to struggle for the first little bit because starting a business is
Hmm.
rough. And you know that, and you were already working on your business, but also you've been out for a minute and you're stepping back in. So I mean, although you may have clients and you might have like some overlap from what you were doing before, there is a gap. And it's like having a gap in your resume where you're not going to jump back in and everybody all of a sudden wants to have photos done. So make sure you have a buffer, and do you have a buffer? Do you have something to fall back on? Do you have 6 months of expenses or however many would make you feel comfortable with a baby? But that doesn't mean don't do it. It just means make sure that you set yourself up
The
to
best you
be
can.
right. I mean, there's no guarantees that anything is going to work, but if it makes you sick to go back to a job and you have an opportunity to do something that brings you an immense amount of joy, and you might start this and find that it's just a pathway to something that you enjoy even more, and
I was
that's the
gonna
whole
say
thing
that.
about being really rigid is, oh, I'm going to do this. It's like when you like opening a bar and you're like, I'm going to cater to this demographic and we're going to play this kind of music and we're going to do whatever. And then you open the doors and 4 months in, it's not, you're completely successful, but it's not the vision that you had. But don't push it. Like you might go to start this photography business and it might turn into something else, or it might turn into a version of the thing that you had, and be open for the change and don't be so rigid in what you're thinking about it. But I mean, of course there's going to be fears. Nobody jumps in, I mean, and of course you're going to have fears and there's going to be anxiety and but again, it's like anxiety shows up as a question, what if, and intuition shows up as a statement. So if your whole heart is into this and you can make sure that you do it from, a smart place, I can do it. You can
Hmm.
always go back to a corporate job. That's why you can always go back to
Yeah,
school. You can always go back to a corporate job. You can always go punch a clock. If something is calling you and you can do it, do it. Go all in. I mean, but me, I'm not like, I've never had a regular job or a corporate job.
yeah.
So it's really hard for me to be like, no, it's fine. Just quit your job and go find a thing you love. Like, because I get that there's that
Sorry, the light
different.
keeps going on and off.
Your house has something to say. So, what are your thoughts and feelers about it?
Um, a lot. Because, like, to be honest, it actually hits me pretty hard. Because as you know, for the last 10 years, but like Liam's whole life, I've worked multiple jobs because like prior to having kids, I was just kind of like, I'm gonna go on tour with this band and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna, I don't know, have some fucking fun because I didn't have anyone to be responsible for. And so
Mhm.
once I had Liam, I was like, oh no, this little being like relies on me to stay safe. And all of a sudden, all this anxiety came in and all of this shit came in, all this fear and lack and doubt and self-worth issues came in and all this shit where I was like, I have to have a real job, real quote job. I have to have benefits and paid time off and whatever. I don't know where that came into my head, but it came into my head, and I was like a server at the time and doing, photography and doing all kinds of fun shit and dancing and whatever. And it was just like, oh, no, now I have to grow up in a sense, even though I've never really have. I mean, look at me. But I I told her when she kind of started getting a little, we didn't get to chat a ton. This was like a real quick text exchange. And I'm like, oh, this will be perfect to talk about on the podcast. And then yes, I'll do like a poll for you on this. Um, but what I know now, right? So let's talk about like the read that I just did, the Chiron read. It's like, if I knew what I knew now about who I've grown into and the shit that I've been capable of and all the incredible things that I've done when I started to really choose me and to believe in me, and I did it scared and I did it imperfectly. And you're like, practical Virgo, you is like, oh, I have a plan. And there were some times where I didn't have a plan. It was just like a fucking hope and a
Right.
prayer, and I just jumped off the fucking ledge. And I was like, well, let's see what fucking happens. It's not like, I will say this, I never quit a job because I
Right.
did have
You don't
kids.
have to have a plan. You just have to know
Yeah.
that if you fall hard, you're not fucked.
Well, that's just failing forward,
Yeah.
right? And so that's the way I
Right.
look at it is like you're only going to learn so you can do better and you just
Right.
keep moving forward, right? So for me, it's like I would have absolutely said, fuck it, I'm not going back to my director job. Fuck it, I'm going to follow my passion. I was doing a little, like, really well beforehand, had my baby, took a little break. And, like, if I would have known, I would have had so much more time with my kids.
But
I
that's
would have
the
been able
thing
to,
though, is it's like, but you don't know that. And everybody's just like, oh, well, if you knew then what you know now, would you do things differently? I'm like, no, absolutely not. I wouldn't, because there's so many lessons and so many people you
yeah,
met and
no,
so many
for
things that you
sure.
did that it would
And,
be a different outcome.
no, and she has the opportunity to, like, be home with her kid and make a
Right.
schedule so those are the things that kept me, like, my fear of lack and instability and
Right.
insecurity and all of, I was in survival mode for fucking ever,
Yeah.
literally till like a couple years ago. And like that kept me from living my best fucking life, and in
Right.
turn kind of my kids from living their best fucking life with me. And like,
But if you would have been out living your best life, I never would have met you.
I know, and I love my life. And here's the thing: me saying this is me not saying like I regret anything. So I'm eating olives. I absolutely have so much that I'm so grateful for, lessons and growth and expansion, and the time I do have with my kids, and the people I have met, and the time I get to spend with them, and the relationships I built, and all of it. And I love getting people to, so I was like, listen to your gut. What the fuck is your gut
Right.
saying? Like, what is your gut telling you? Because I will say this with 100% like surety, assurity, and clarity, or whatever. I don't have very many regrets in life. And girl, there's a lot that I could be regretful for in this life. I don't have a lot of regrets because it's led me, like you just said, to all these cool people and all these cool experiences. I had to fuck up to move forward in good ways. And a lot of the regret that I do have is not following my fucking gut, is turning my back on my gut, is turning my back on my
Right.
team when they were handing me the keys of the fucking kingdom and I was too scared to take them. And
That's the thing, is
I'm,
if you don't
yeah,
follow your intuition, it's just like, oh,
yeah,
cool. So I get to learn this lesson again. Thanks.
yeah.
But what did I gain between the last time I didn't learn this lesson and this time? And thank you. I'm so grateful for that. And I guess I'm going to learn it this time because this is getting exhausting. But yeah, I mean, if she's super passionate about it, I just take the leap, put the baby in a little baby
Yeah.
holster, whatever they're called, and
Well, fucking,
jump, whatever
yeah.
that is.
Put a parachute
However
on
you
you and that baby.
strap the
And
baby
what's
on, put
really
it in a
cool
fanny
about this
pack.
situation, and here's the thing, remember when you and I, so like, let me, okay, I'm like, where do I want to go with this? So, what's really cool about this is she has the privilege, and she's one of these people that is like, I am privileged as fuck. She's got such a good heart and she is trying to be so like responsible with the community around her and like doing all these incredible fun things. She is so supported by her husband and he's like, do what you want, like have fun with it, see where this can go. We are okay enough for you to do. And I'm just like, if you can't fucking take the leap with that support system under you, like fuck. And
Right.
but
Yeah.
like, but and remember the first time we went to that one speaker
Yes.
panel?
Yeah. Yeah.
You already know what I'm gonna say. And it was like,
Yeah. And they were
okay,
like, I built this business from the ground up. And then they were like, my husband gave me $10,000. And I'm like, you didn't
yeah.
build shit. You got a check. Like, what are you even talking about?
And so, but
And
like, so
he's out
she,
there doing all the
yeah.
labor. Like, what are you actually even doing?
The
Yeah.
deer ate $2,000 worth of tulip bulbs. And I was like, oh my God. You and I could not, okay, like I
I was
can't
so
even
mad.
get into this.
I was
We were
so mad
drunk.
at it.
We were drunk and having a
I was
good
so mad
time.
at it.
We
I'm like, I
were,
rubbed two quarters together to build like a life, and you're over here going, look at this life I built all by myself while you're getting these checks to keep fixing the mistakes that you made
mhm,
along the way. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess good for you. And I will respect your privilege,
yes.
but also
Shut the
sit
fuck
down.
up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. No, no, but like what I love is that she is very aware of that privilege
Yeah,
and almost like I don't want to waste that. I want to be able to take advantage of that then
right.
if I
Take
have. And so
advantage of
it's
that
like,
and do it.
yeah, I think, to have the support and for me, it's like if you, if the only thing standing in your way is even the awareness that you're standing, you are the only thing
You're
standing. Almost
standing in
like,
your own way.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
standing your own way. Like, if that is it, like, fucking do it, man. Because
right.
again, like you just said, you can always go back. You have the experience, you have the resume, you have the education, you have all of that under
And
you.
right.
That's
And
not
if
going
not now,
away.
when? If not now,
Yeah.
when?
And that's kind of what I
You
was
know?
saying. Like, I wish I would have had that mentality when my kids were younger, if not now, when, because then I could have maybe built something different for us. So it's like just see where it goes because you have the privilege to do that. You have the opportunity to do that. And like, you have a safety net. So fucking do it and see what you can build with that and like run with it and build like this incredible situation for
Right.
yourself and for your family, Like I'm like I would fucking kill to do that, And now I am
Yeah.
like, and you've done it 1,000 times. I've done it a couple times at this point, Like we keep doing these really fun things and all
Right.
because we're like, fuck
Well, the
it.
thing is, too,
Easy.
is oh, well, this brings us back to, go juggle your own fucking chainsaw.
Juggle your
You
own
know,
fucking chainsaw.
well, no, I mean, and the thing is, too, is it's like she wants to do all these things. I'm like, okay, well, what's your fear? What's the actual fear? Dig into what the fear is. What's the fear? That it'll fail? So what? So
Mhm.
it failed.
Great. What'd you
Nobody
learn?
is at the end of their life going, gee, I really, you know what I mean? It's like you're always gonna you're gonna reflect on, I wish I would have tried that thing. I wish I would have done this other thing. I wish I would have whatever. So, if you have the support and the means and the ability, and don't let fear hold you back. And even if you don't really have, and this isn't her, but like just in general, like if
Yeah.
you don't have the means to do something, you might be able to look at it and have it just be like a little bit of a different thing while you
Hmm.
build that, and then that can turn into the thing, and you might find 100 paths of something else, you know, that you could,
Well, and
you
that
know.
was my point. Remember how upset I was? So when we went to that event, it was because it was a speaker panel of women who had built these businesses. And I'm like this single mom that's like, I don't know if I ever want to have a business, but it could be kind of cool to hear and be inspired by these women. And I was so let down. And not to say that
There
they
was
didn't
nothing
build,
inspiring about that day.
I I just like, and the thing is, I don't want to tear a woman down, right? And I don't want to tear
No, not
their a
even a
cut.
little bit, but
And
I
so
think that
like
they could have
I
chosen
just
speakers that were a little bit different from one another. They were all exactly the same story.
yeah.
You didn't have anybody on the panel that came from a different background,
Yeah,
or
that
that
was my
came from a
point.
different that came from a different upbringing. It was very much catered to a certain demographic. And it was
Yeah,
disappointing because there's a lot of other people out there that could have benefited if it would have been curated a little bit better.
100%. And
Yeah.
I was looking to be inspired and to say, well, if they could do it, then I could do it. And I left there drunk, going, well, fuck this shit. Let's go have another drink.
Right. Well, it's like when they're like, how am I going to save for my retirement? And then you open the book and it says, okay, you take your first $500,000, and you're like, okay, but if I this this isn't for me, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's and it's like, okay, there's a
Yeah.
demographic for that, I suppose, but it
Yeah.
was sold as this like empowerment for all women, and I'm like, no, it was kind of empowering for a very small demographic of women
Yeah.
specifically, and it kind of
Yeah.
left everybody else kind of out. So,
And I just,
but in any
yeah.
case, but I digress. Yes, your
No, but
friend
like,
should
and
absolutely start her business,
yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. I feel like,
and then maybe she'll want to sponsor us.
yeah. No, I feel like, I love talking about business, right? Like, I love talking about building shit from nothing and when you're scared and when you don't have anything to do it or any support or some like small support, right? Um, and just I love watching people fucking thrive and figure it out. And did you fucking see that? We are going to put the biggest fucking orb just went across your screen.
Oh,
Like
my dad's here. I didn't see it. I'll
biggest.
rewatch it.
I want to know like what, hold on, guys.
It's
I want to
probably
know.
my dad. He's been here all weekend.
Oh, I didn't take notes this time. Normally I can. It's all right. I'll go back. I'll know exactly. We're kind of towards the end, so I'll know to. That was insane. That was like it was so slow too. Holy shit. Sorry.
He doesn't. He
Wow.
doesn't move. He doesn't move quickly these days. He was in the light earlier. I came out this morning and I turned it on and it was doing this. And I'm like, can you please turn I get it. You're here. I know you've been here all weekend. Can you turn the light back on, please? Light came on. I'm
Ooh.
like, thank you.
Um,
So,
that was super noticeable. Holy shit.
all right. Well,
I
I'm
can't
going
wait to
to
clock that. You're what?
I'll watch it later and see.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So anyway, I feel like do it, have fun, see where you can run with it. I love talking with women about building businesses no matter where they're at in their lives. If they're just in the ideation phase and they're just getting excited about it and the like, could this even be a thing? All the way to like, I've been doing this thing and it's working well and I want to grow it and maintain it. And like, I love it. It's been so much fun to like, like when I had Wax and Wayne, my art studio, I used to coach like women with their small creative businesses from like the ground up and like all the way through maintaining and all that. And it was just so incredible to hear their stories and watch them build in front of me, like part one of the coaching series was what do you want to fucking do? And let's like make it fucking happen. And it was just,
Yeah.
it's so cool to watch people do that and to build and grow. And I love it so, so much. So just do it perfect, do it imperfectly and do it scared, build your own path
Yeah.
forward. Know that you
All
can do it
right.
no matter what.
Those olives.
Okay. I know. I hope the recording, there's not like a ton of chewing. Sorry if there
I
is,
thought there
guys.
was an olive on your finger right now.
No, it's my big ring.
I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
My big ring.
all right.
Just eating the world's
Okay.
largest fucking olive. But yeah. All right. So, where can they find you, Cupcake?
I am at 125curiosity.com. I have a store online. I sell fun stuff and band t-shirts, and you can come over on the Whatnot app and watch me auction t-shirts live. Right now it's Saturdays and Wednesdays, but that could change. So just follow me on there. I'm 125 Curiosity across all platforms. So if you just Google it, I'll come up.
Mhm. I'll come up.
I'll come up. And then you can just
Me.
read all about me and follow all my businesses. Same business on different sites. Where are you? Where can they find you?
I'm at Nickel City Moss and Moon for readings. I've been doing virtual readings because my physical space is not happening right now. We just moved out and I'm moving my house. So I'm not too worried about a physical space right now. So I'm doing virtual reads. I'm doing events in person. I just did one this weekend, which was really incredible. So you can find me on My Cards Told Me To, because it was my Instagram prior to the podcast. And then you can book readings, DM about events and all of that fun stuff with nickelcitymossandmoon.com or on the socials as well. We have TikTok.
Yeah, and then you guys give us 5 stars and write a little bit of review. You don't even have to say anything deep. You can just be like, "Hey, girls," or whatever. It really, really, really helps the algorithm and will push us to the top, and we love that. Thank you, thank you.
Mhm.
Follow us on all the socials. I'm trying to post more just random videos. I think we put up 2 raccoon videos last week, and then there was a
Yeah.
summer solstice video. So I'm trying to post more just random stuff, and Jenn's going to post card stuff and give
Yeah,
us a
when I get
follow.
back
We're
to
a good
normal life.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
also wanted to say too, because like when I was re-listening to some of the episodes just to kind of, like do the what's working, what's not working. Um, I really think it would be super fun to hear back from you guys in regards to anything that you've tried, or so like when I'm doing the pull, right? I kind of tell you what each card is for, like, card one, two, three, four, five, whatever I'm doing. And I kind of explain what each position is. So if you do the pull for yourself, I would love for you to post like what you got as your spread and like kind of give me like a synopsis, or us a synopsis of what, the major themes of your
Yeah.
read was, if you want to share it. I would love that. My Facebook, so we have a My Cards Told Me To private Facebook group, and in there it's for like students and past students. But we do that all the time. We post spreads in there, and then we love to see what everyone got, and we all get
Yeah.
chatting
Get in
about
there,
that.
or you can get into the comments and you can tell us like what resonated
100%.
with you this week and what didn't. And we
Yeah.
will do our best to answer everybody and to say thank you because we are
Mhm.
grateful that you keep showing up.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah. Yay. All right.
Hooray. Okay. Hi. Bye.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.